And as it finishes, Chelsea 0, Aston Villa 0. Let's get some reaction, shall we, from the ground. In a moment, Mauricio Pochettino. But first, Emi Martinez caught up with Alexis Nunes.
No, the plan was to win. That was the plan. We want to go into a cup run. We want to go to Wembley. And we knew that to reach that final, we had to be the best. Chelsea away is one of the toughest games as well in this league. But we don't know why. We compete. We press high. We had a week off as well, and then coming into this game with that focus and that commitment shows how far we have home as a club. It's not enough because we drew. We have to go the replay at home, but I'm proud of the lad today.
Well, you said Chelsea away is always definitely tough, but the last two games that you had with Chelsea, you won, and it was away. Today you got a draw. What do you think tends to bring out the best from you guys when you do go up against Chelsea?
Because we know we have to be in our best. Otherwise, we lose this game. We start quite sloppy today. They have a lot of chances, which they didn't put away. But at the end of the game, I think we finished stronger than them. They just wanted to do long balls and finish the game. So I'm proud of the lads. And hopefully we get a good home performance.
Well, like you said, now it goes to Villa Park in front of your own fans. Do you feel like the momentum and the advantage is with you?
Yes, obviously playing with home fans. Villa Park, we were unbeaten last year. Across the whole competitions. This season we're still unbeaten. We feel like at home it's a fortress nowadays. So we're quite confident at home.
Well, Mauricio, of course, I know you're watching your players there. 0-0, it was a well-fought draw, I would say, because many chances. Overall, how do you feel about the game?
No, I'm happy because I think the performance was really good. We face a team that is fourth on the Premier League, that they are doing a fantastic job. They are playing so well, and of course for us it's a massive challenge after 3 days. But we played the semi-final against Middlesbrough. That was difficult to recover our player. I think we show great energy. When we start to drop a little bit in the second half after 70 minutes, I think they start to appear and create more chances. Aston Villa, but I think overall I am very pleased with the performance of the whole team.
I was going to say, because last time we talked about in the match against Middlesbrough, even though you were 4-0 up, you seemed frustrated in that first half. This first half, I think, was one of the best that I've seen you guys play all season long. How did you see it? Was this probably one of the best performances that you've had, even though you didn't get the win?
Yes, I think it's about time. We cannot buy the time, and of course we are improving. We need to keep believing. I think it's important this type of game when you face a team like Aston Villa. That is a very solid and consistent team. I think it's very good to realize that we are in a very good way.
And then finally, we know that you now have to have the replay away at Aston Villa. It's already such a packed season. Do you kind of view that as, oh, yeah, a little pesadilla, you didn't want this?
No, but I think it's good because it's a great opportunity, for our player to go there to Birmingham. We are going to find a very good atmosphere, and it's going to be good to get experience and of course to compete. That is, we want to use this type of game to be better every day.
Frank, from a Chelsea perspective, what disappointed you the most today?
Well, the finishing, which is always, what we are complaining about. But for the first time, they had the clear chances. Most of the time, they don't even have a chance. They go to the last third and they don't do anything more most of the time. That time, because of Aston Villa's gifts as well, they had with Palmer, especially, they had some chances, but Madueke had one, Badiashile at the end of the first half had another one. They should have scored. They should have scored at some point. Second half, Palmer had another chance, Gallagher as well, but they found in front of them a fantastic Martinez. I think was the man of the match, even if he made one mistake against Palmer. He was the guy who always perfectly covering, and also made some very good saves. But it was encouraging from Chelsea for an hour after they got tired, and they almost been punished by the villains. But yeah, it's good to play that in that kind of performances against the third of the Premier League. Now it's going to be another story at Villa Park.
Missed opportunity, wasn't it, for Chelsea, given that Villa didn't turn up in the first half?
Yeah, as Emi Martinez said in his interview, he said they had a week off, and so it didn't look like it. It looked like they were tired early on, and they really didn't hassle and harry Chelsea, make them make mistakes. It was Villa that was making mistakes, and I thought, it was one of Chelsea's better performances of the season for a long part, and they played some really good stuff. As you said, and Frank said it, what's the biggest frustration? Finishing.
Yeah.
I mean, you must just go home, Pochettino, and say, we just can't score. I don't think the supporters would leave disappointed with what they saw, but just frustrated that they didn't get the place in the next round. They're now going to have to go to Villa Park. As mentioned, that's been a real fortress for them. So it now becomes a much more difficult task, but I think there was enough there to take more encouragement. I talked about it before in the live show around the game, that a lot of the teams that played recently were poorer standard teams. This was not. And Chelsea showed up, played well, finishing not great, but were competitive, and I think that's at least something for Pochettino to hang on to.
Villa kind of got away with one, didn't they, Shan, to get a replay out of this?
Listen, I thought Villa played with no confidence in the first half, but then, as you say, it was totally different in the second. If Unai Emery, you come in and you say, we're that bad, and still, while we complain about Chelsea's finishing, the best chances that Chelsea had were from Villa mistakes. So you cut those out, and you really take a lot of momentum away from Chelsea. And I thought that's what you saw in the second half. At the same time, I think as Villa grow into the game, you kind of felt that it might very well go their way. So for Chelsea, while yes, you were better. I mean, Martinez certainly kept Villa in the game. It's so many questions about Chelsea as we continue to ask going forward.